Did you know that the royal guards can shoot any tourist? Why do tourists behave so badly towards the royal guards? The royal guards of the United Kingdom are a symbol unmistakable of British tradition and protocol. With their impeccable red uniforms, their tall bearskin hats, and their legendary discipline, these soldiers represent the majesty and respect for the British monarchy. From Buckingham Palace to the Tower of London, their presence has become an attraction for tourists from all over the world, who see in them a figure of solemnity and professionalism. However, not all visitors understand the seriousness of their role, and some cross the boundaries of respect by trying to test your patience. Every day, thousands of people approach these guardians, fascinated by their unwavering stance and the famous rule that they cannot move or speak. But what many don't know is that the royal guards are not simply living statues. They are elite soldiers trained to protect the monarchy, and any action that interferes with their work can have unexpected consequences. From pranks to provocations, some tourists venture too close, only to find that the guards show no mercy for disrespect. These encounters have been captured on the cameras of countless spectators and, with the help of social media, have gone viral, showing moments where the royal guards have had to react firmly to inappropriate behavior. Some tourists try to make them laugh, others get in their way during ceremonial marches, and some even try to touch their uniforms, not understanding the importance of tradition and duty that these soldiers represent. However, the royal guards are not there for the entertainment of tourists, but to perform an all-important security role. Their military training includes crowd management, handling provocations, and the ability to act precisely in the event of real threats. Despite their stoic image, these soldiers are prepared to act firmly when the situation requires it, and their response to disrespect can be as quick as it is surprising. The rules are clear. Tourists must maintain a safe distance, must not hinder the passage of the guards, and, above all, must show respect for their work. However, year after year, there continue to be visitors who do not understand the importance of these protocols and end up being the protagonists of viral moments that serve as a lesson for others. The royal guards of the United Kingdom are the epitome of discipline, tradition, and commitment. With their iconic red jacket uniform and signature bearskin hat, these soldiers represent one of the most respected and photographed institutions in the world. However, its presence in emblematic places such as Buckingham Palace or the Tower of London is not without challenges. Every day, thousands of tourists gather to watch them and, in some cases, try to test their stoicism with disrespectful behavior ranging from innocent pranks to deliberate provocations. Despite the seriousness with which they carry out their work, these guards must deal with uncomfortable situations that test their patience and professionalism. However, their military training allows them to handle these incidents firmly, sending a clear message that their job is not a show and that they will not tolerate any disrespect. In this development, we will explore some of the most disrespectful behaviors of tourists, how guards respond with authority, and why it is crucial to understand the importance of their role in national security. The royal guards are much more than just decorative figures. Their work involves great responsibility and an absolute commitment to the protection of the British monarchy. However, his stoic appearance and immobility arouse the curiosity of tourists, who often forget that they are facing trained soldiers. One of the main challenges is the lack of knowledge on the part of tourists about the appropriate norms of behavior. Many visitors see the guards as part of the show and do not understand that they are a real security force. Some tourists try to interact with them, taking selfies too close or trying to make them laugh, not knowing that invading their personal space is disrespectful. With millions of visitors each year, the pressure on the royal guards is constant. The large influx of people means that they have to be alert at all times and prepared to respond to any unusual situation. Respect for the royal guards is essential, but there are those who cross the line and behave disrespectfully, testing the patience of these elite soldiers. Many tourists try to break the concentration of the guards with exaggerated gestures, dancing, or even inappropriate jokes. Although these soldiers are trained to maintain composure, there are boundaries that cannot be crossed. On several occasions, visitors have tried to make the guards laugh by making funny faces in front of them. However, guards have responded with firm verbal warnings, making it clear that such behavior will not be tolerated. One of the most common and disrespectful behaviors is getting in the way of the guards during their ceremonial marches. Not only is this disrespectful, but it also represents a security risk. Tourists standing in front of guards to record videos have been roughly pushed away with shouts like, "Make way for the Queen's Guard." Some visitors take their curiosity to the extreme by touching the guards' uniforms or rifles, which is seriously disrespectful. A tourist attempted to adjust a guard's hat, prompting an immediate reaction and a sharp warning to stay away. Despite the patience they demonstrate every day, the Royal Guards have a clear protocol for responding to disrespectful behavior. The first step in the face of inappropriate behavior is a strong verbal warning. These warnings are designed to deter tourists and make clear the seriousness of the situation. Phrases with its "step away," that "do not touch the guard," have been enough to make most tourists immediately turn away. If verbal warnings do not work, guards can use controlled physical movements to establish boundaries, such as advancing toward the offender or raising their rifles in an imposing manner. In a viral video, a guard can be seen pounding the ground with his rifle to warn a group of tourists that they were invading his personal space. In extreme cases, if a tourist continues to show disrespect or endangers security, guards can inform the police for action. Interactions between the Royal Guards and disrespectful tourists have become viral content on platforms such as TikTok and YouTube, reaching millions of views and sparking debates about respecting British traditions. Videos of tourists challenging the guards and receiving unexpected responses have served to educate many people about the seriousness of their work. While some find the interactions entertaining, others feel that tourists should show more respect. To ensure a positive experience when visiting Royal Guards locations, it is important to follow some basic rules of etiquette. Maintain a respectful distance. Observe without interrupting your work. Follow the instructions of security personnel. Do not touch the guards or their equipment. Don't get in his way. Do not try to distract them with inappropriate behavior. After exploring some of the behaviors more disrespectful towards the Royal Guards from tourists, we have been able to better understand the importance of these soldiers in the preservation of the tradition and security of the British monarchy. The Royal Guards are not just a visual attraction for visitors. They are highly trained soldiers whose duty is to protect some of the United Kingdom's most important sites, such as Buckingham Palace and the Tower of London. Their presence represents centuries of history and protocol, and any disrespect towards them is not taken lightly. We have seen how tourists, often due to ignorance or in their desire to obtain a viral photo or video, have crossed the limits of what is permitted, invading the personal space of the guards, interfering with their marches, and even mocking their seriousness. However, the Royal Guards have shown that their training and discipline allows them to handle these situations with ruthless firmness, making it clear that their role is not decorative, but a responsibility they take very seriously. It is important to recognize that the Guards' reaction is not an excess of authority, but rather a justified response to actions that could compromise their work. Every verbal warning, every precise movement, and every act of deterrence is designed to maintain order and ensure the safety of the royal family, the public, and the soldier himself. His commitment to his duty is admirable, and his ability to maintain his composure in the face of constant provocation is a testament to his professionalism. Furthermore, the viralization of these moments on platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram has served to educate future tourists about what they should not do when visiting these historical sites. Through these videos, millions of people have been able to see firsthand how important it is to respect protocol, understand cultural norms, and behave appropriately in the presence of the Royal Guards. These videos have sparked debates about the need for greater tourist awareness and a better understanding of British culture. If there is something we should learn from these situations, it is that respect is key. The Royal Guards are not there to entertain the public, but to protect and preserve the security of the British monarchy. As visitors, it is essential to remember that we are witnessing a historical tradition of great importance and that our actions must reflect the respect it deserves. In conclusion, the Royal Guards continue to demonstrate that there is no room for disrespect in their presence. Every gesture and warning is a reminder of his dedication and professionalism, and those who try to mock his seriousness soon realize that there is no tolerance for recklessness. Next time you visit London and encounter these iconic soldiers, remember that their duty is to protect, and yours is to show respect for their work and the rich history they represent. Thank you for coming this far. Subscribe for more content and comment on what you want to see next on the channel. See you soon.